Hi, I'm Tara and I run Tara Punter Coaching and Bennett's Farm Shop. I recently ran a free webinar for the Business Barn all about marketing your diversification project. Charlie, my amazing host, and I didn't see any questions. So we assumed that we didn't have any questions at all. And she has actually since found all of those questions. So I'm going to go through them on this little video. So the first question is, should we follow everyone back that follows us? In short, the answer is no. You want to follow people that are really aligned to what it is you want to do. So with the farm shop, I follow brands, I follow local chefs, I follow local pages, I follow pages that are actually really supporting British agriculture. I don't follow simply all of our customers. So you'll see on the Bennett's Farm Shop Instagram that my ratio of people I follow versus our followers is quite small. So I think we follow something like 500 people and we've got 1,300 followers. What you don't want is you don't want to be following any old account that you can find, and you don't want to be following more people than are following you. So have a little think about the sort of people you want to follow. Make sure it's people that are really aligned to what it is you want to do. And then your followers, the people that follow you, that can just be any of your customers, any of your audience, people from all over the place. That can be a little bit less specific. Next question, is it easy to spot a fake Instagram profile? Yeah, so normally there's no profile picture, there's no copy, bio, captions, there's no posts. Normally there's nothing on there, but it's the no profile picture that is normally the giveaway. There will often not be many followers or following either. So honestly, if there's any of those, just delete them. What are the top tips to grow followers? Consistent posting is honestly one of the best ways. Creating shareable content, so the sort of content that people want to share, getting people to engage with you in some way. Hashtags are a brilliant way to be seen by more than just the people that are following you. But honestly, consistency really is the thing, and creating quality content that makes people want to follow you. So making sure that your content is fresh and current and up to date. Should we also be on TikTok as well as other platforms? And should it be business accounts or personal? Always business accounts. You get some really good statistics and insights by using business accounts. And there's different things that you can do within a business account as well. Personally, I think you are so much better to really nail like one or two platforms than try and be on all of them. So with the farm shop, I decided to really put all of my marketing focus into Facebook and Instagram. Yes, I could bring TikTok in, and yes, it's going to, get me in front of loads more people. But actually, the way that I knew that I could be consistent was by purely focusing on Facebook and Instagram. That's the thing with all of these accounts. If you want to have a little play with TikTok, again, you've got to be quite consistent on there. And actually, the content that you put on TikTok is slightly different to what you would put on Facebook and Instagram. So in the marketing webinar, we kind of went through some content ideas for what works really well on Facebook and Instagram. So my best advice would be to really start nurturing those audiences, start building that network there, start then thinking about whether an email list or getting people onto your website is the next best strategy, and really nail those before then bringing in a third option, whether that's LinkedIn or Twitter or TikTok. There's so many out there. But I really think Facebook and Instagram are kind of like the best places to start marketing your diversification project. Lots of information on content, but how is it best presented? Is it best as a weekly roundup or lots of separate posts on individual things like how, why, the journey, etc.? I would do it as lots of individual posts purely because it gives you more content. Whereas if you chuck everything into one post and you only post once a week, you're only giving people one chance to see you. So I think it really is best to try and see how you can get more mileage out of all of that content. And again, really think about the how, the why, the journey, what makes you special. All of those things can be like your weekly content. So you want to keep trying to be as consistent as you can so that you can keep getting in front of your ideal clients. Where were you farming before? So we've always been in this area. Before we moved here back in 2020, we actually rented barns here, there and everywhere, rented land here, there and everywhere. And we're in an annex at my parents-in-law farm. So we've always been around this area. We actually moved about half a mile from one side of the village to the other, but we've always been in here. And actually we just wanted to have a hub where we have our house, our farm shop, all of our animals are here. and then we can still kind of run our whole farming businesses from here. Do you use any kind of scheduling software to help with consistency? Occasionally. I'm somebody that is much more off the cuff. I think because creating content is such a big thing in my life for both my coaching business and the farm shop, my mind is constantly thinking about creating content along with all of the other millions of tasks that I've got to do each day. So personally, I actually post organically every single day. This week, for example, is a really, really busy week in my coaching business. So I'm hosting this, I'm hosting an in-person workshop. I've actually got a book coming out on Monday, the 30th of January. So there's so much going on that I have actually scheduled the social media for the farm shop, the Facebook and the Instagram. You can actually schedule that direct in the Facebook platform if you have a business account. So if you have a business profile on Facebook, there is something called the Meta Business Suite. And when you go into that, you can then schedule your posts, you can put your hashtags in, you can put your links if it's Facebook, you can put your picture, and it is honestly so straightforward and so easy. So if that's really going to help you with consistency, then I would absolutely recommend that. You know, even if you can put some time aside and just post schedule posts for 3 times a week, again, it's just going to start to help build that brand awareness and consistency. Next question. We have started a new milk vending business. Congratulations. We have posted one coming soon post, and the following was a 3,700 person reach, 781 post engagements, 50 new page likes. Amazing stats. I love that. Is it worth posting a couple of times per week, even though we aren't set up and running yet? We're waiting on the EHO sign off. Fingers crossed for start within the week. Yes, keep posting, because that buzz, that excitement, you want to keep that coming. So just make sure that you are starting to really share the behind the scenes, share the excitement. When you get that EHO sign off, share that, because that's really, really exciting. If there's any purchases you make, any improvements you make, any other parts of the journey, just keep sharing it. Because I think people love going behind the scenes. That excitement is obviously there for a reason. So really, really do keep sharing that one. Okay, if we have a Facebook reach of over 400,000, amazing, 19,000 page likes and over 4,000 followers, 2,500 followers on Instagram, do you think we should be working with sponsors? Personally, no. I think that's such amazing stats. How can you make sure that that is converting to what you want it to do? So whether it's converting to website traffic, whether it's converting to email signups, whether it's converting to footfall or sales or pre-orders, whatever that looks like for you, I think really think about how you can really start to hone that even more. And then if at some point further down the line, you can maintain that consistency, then if you're wanting to start working with a sponsor, think about someone that is really aligned to the brand. But personally, I think you're much better thinking about how you can get your own sales out of that rather than relying on paid sponsors to utilize that amazing reach. Then the final question is, hi, I'm Tracy from the Isle of Wight. I'm trying to start a glamping business. I have 2 shepherd's huts and 8 acres. How exciting. But very little idea about advertising. So all suggestions and help very welcome. Well, hopefully yesterday's session really helped that, Tracy. Honestly, just really start thinking about everything that we went through yesterday, taking people on that journey, letting people know about any of the views, anything special about you, any of the local amenities, why the Isle of Wight, what the Isle of Wight means to you, and just really think about the calmness, the quietness, the exclusivity. I think that's one of the biggest things with shepherd's huts is people are really wanting to go and have like a really quiet escape. So if you've got somewhere that's just so quiet and peaceful and calm and idyllic, share that. That will be one of your biggest things. And absolutely just think about other things that the Isle of Wight has got going on. So those are all of the questions. Thank you so much for those questions throughout the marketing webinar. I'm so sorry once again that we just didn't see any questions in the chat box. There was nothing. So huge thank you for all of the questions and engagement and registrations. If anybody's got any questions, feel free to message me on Instagram. Tara Punter Coaching is best, or feel free to send Charlie at the Business Barn a message. She's absolutely fantastic, and we are both totally here to support you. And it's been so exciting and like inspiring for me to hear all of your amazing stories since the webinar, all about your projects and what you've got coming on, what you've got coming up and things you've got going on. So thank you for sharing those. And hopefully I will see you again for another webinar.